This is nothing on the Pirates players. Everything about the Pirates organization is an absolute joke. The owner, every time we look up his name, I always forget his name. He's a freaking joke. I don't care how much money you made in whatever business. It was media. Your product is a joke. I don't care if you're a billionaire.
Yep.
Your team is pathetic. You're pathetic.
Yep.
It's a joke to Major League Baseball.
Bad business.
It's a joke that you don't even – I hate to say this. I remember opening day. I left the game early because it was the Pirates. It was opening day. I hadn't seen a baseball game in months, and the Cardinals got up, whatever it was, in the 6th inning, and I went home. That's what the Pirates are. They are the team that you go, hey, I can raise my batting average.
Yeah.
This series is the Pirates. It's the game where you're going to throw your position player. Even the other team's broadcast, by the way, if you watched the long Waino segment, which was really good. Waino did his old man walk, and the Pirates broadcaster took him around the stadium. The whole thing was about how the Pirates suck. This was on the Pirates broadcast. The whole bit was, you kill us. Every time you come here, you beat us. Like, it was a joke.
It is a joke.
And it was a great segment, really interesting. We all know Waino's fantastic, and Waino's funny. And he goes through, but the whole bit was, we suck, you're good, you always kill us, please don't pitch against us.
Wow, what a cool owner.
So, first off, they're the convenience store, the NL Central. And I think baseball has been restored to normalcy with that. Now, the Waino thing on the Pirates broadcast, he turned us down for letting us follow him on his old man walk for Bally's. And Cardinals media also wanted to do it, and he said no. And he did it with Robbie.
Why?
And I saw it. And I was giving Waino a raft.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. He said they didn't. They asked him to do something, and then it kind of got bigger than he thought, and so he did it. And then I was like, I feel like I was cheated on.
You
I feel
kind
like
of
I
were.
was cheated on. And it was their sideline guy, Robbie, that got it done. I feel like I was cheated on by Waino.
Well, isn't that a shame that owner, and we always say that, like, owners that are cheap, like, why are you
Just
cheap?
bring some people
What are
in.
you doing?
Here's the dumbest thing I don't like. I get it. You want to develop players, and they have some good ones, but it's not like anyone is charting them for a sudden rise with their prospects. Like, I think Hayes is great. I think he's going to be a star, and they got some other guys. But if I'm an owner and I've got billions in the bank, and I think I'm rebuilding or pretending I'm rebuilding or whatever, I'm going to go out and sign a couple of guys that kind of fell by the wayside with free agency that are names, and I'm going to bring them in so that on a day game, my fans have something to watch, understanding that we're not where we want to be and pretending we have a plan, or at least getting them. Let's give them a couple of quantifiable, bona fide major leaguers to come and watch so their experience is good. And the truth is, if they have good seasons, we're going to flip them before the deadline anyway and get some prospects in return. So I don't understand why they don't do that.
So what's his game plan? What is the owner's game plan with this team?
Well,
Like, it's so weird.
What was it, 5-6 years ago? They made their move. You know, they spent a little. They made some trades. But the one that stands out, they went all in on Chris Archer, and they gave up 2 prospects who were flourishing elsewhere. And Archer was never good, and then he got hurt, and then he's bounced around since. And sometimes you think you have a plan, and in baseball, it's an elaborate one. If a few things go wrong, then you're worse off where you were before.
So that segment I was talking about with Waino, it made me laugh for several reasons. One of them was this, and then other people were commenting and saying this was so Pirates. So they're walking through the press box, and they see the old stadium, Three Rivers. So I can't remember, when was the last season of Three Rivers?
It was a long time. It had to be like 20 years.
Moon River.
So they're walking past it, and Waino
18
says,
years ago.
yeah. So Waino goes, hey, I took BP on that field. And the guy says, well, how is that? And he said, before the draft, the Pirates were looking at me as an outfielder. So I came up, took BP on the field. And the Pirates said, if you're there in the second round, we're probably going to draft you as an outfielder. And a bunch of people in the comments were like, that's so Pirates that we were going to draft Adam Wainwright as an outfielder.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe if Adam Wainwright was drafted as an outfielder, maybe he could have been a good outfielder. But that just felt very Pirates to me.
They're a joke.
That you take a guy who's going to be a borderline Hall of Fame pitcher, and if the Pirates drafted Waino, they probably would have drafted him as a hitter.
Why doesn't do they? Pittsburgh, the fans of Pittsburgh, do they rebel against this guy?
Well, they don't show up.
Like, what is going on? Like, imagine that happened to St. Louis. Like, people would go crazy here, I feel like.
Dude, that is
They'd
a
go
Steelers,
crazy.
That is a Steelers town through
I
and
hear
through.
you.
But
Like,
when they were building
Penn
back
State.
up and they were competitive and the place was getting filled up, those football fans were Steeler fans. I mean, were Pirate fans, and it felt like a football crowd,
yeah.
at a baseball game, which was kind of cool. And then to answer your question, am I a media coach for players? Yes, and part of this media program that I have for certain players will include Kiz
Yes.
being a regular on
Very
Hot
well
Take
done.
Central.
Very well done. Very well done.
Andrew Kisner, and he's excited about it.
Yeah,
and as
baby.
I tweeted out, he didn't do his research to understand, it's this show. I
we
can't
had
say
to
I talked to
correct
him.
you, though.
yeah. I can't rip the show, but let's just say it's not a network program.
It
How about
confuses
that?
people. It confuses
He
people.
said so. When I've been saying any show that I'm part of is going to be the worst show
It's
in radio.
better than P. Apple.
The P Apple Network is the worst. But so Kiz will be on tomorrow at 9, and he's going to be a semi-regular, and Cam is going to try to not make him uncomfortable.
I'll be a good boy.
By
I'll
the
be
way,
a good boy.
I am not quote unquote an old. I consider myself a young, almost 40. And so I'm into the streaming and all that. I spend all my day on YouTube. However, I don't think as a baseball fan, where I already had to change my cable just to get baseball, which I did because it's the only thing I want to watch on cable. I think MLB wise, I don't believe that little old me should have to sign up for 2 different new services in one weekend to watch the team. And I'll just be straight up honest with you. I watched one baseball game this weekend, and it was Saturday because it was on Bally's,
And because I was part of it.
mostly because of Cat.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I think it's a disservice for baseball fans who buy the MLB package or did go through the whole thing of changing providers so that they could see Cardinal baseball. And all of a sudden, first of all, it's the Pirates. Like, if you're the P-Apple, are you like, we need to get the Pirates on? Like, it doesn't make sense to
How
me.
10 in the
stupid is
morning.
that?
Right.
How
It doesn't-
stupid is that?
It doesn't make sense to me. But, yeah, I get it. I think that's fair. And, look, Cardinal fans, I wish Bally's were provided by every carrier. I got nothing to do with that. But in this is even something different. This is even if you went through the hoops to get it done so you could get Bally's, then all of a sudden you're not part of this?
That's what I'm saying. I specifically just changed my cable back to DirecTV 100% to watch Cardinals and Blues games. And I love it. That's really the only reason I have cable at all. And then in a series, to have to potentially sign up for 2 other streaming services. I understand what you're doing, baseball. You're getting more partners. Streaming is the future. I understand all of those things. But it's pretty frustrating in the here and now.
Here's one from 636. Buckle up. Believe it or not, some people still don't have high-speed internet access. We pay higher amounts for years just to keep the Cards TV coverage, then an extra monthly fee when Bally and Cards went under contract. We pay it, but expect to see all the games. This lifelong fan is losing interest with Manfred and the ownership shenanigans. This streaming crap is pouring fuel on the fire. 2 games in one series is utter BS and has to stop. Boycotting all games, only stream. Keep driving your fans away and killing the game. MLB, let's go Blues.
Apple TVs, one thing, I think they make it free if you try to sign. Yesterday, I didn't even know. I couldn't even tell you the first place to look for Peacock TV.
I think it's
Peacocking around again.
I think it's P-Apple.
But, I mean, seriously, like yesterday, would you have even known? I know it's NBC, obviously, but who even knew that they had games?
WNBC.
WNBC.
Anyone over 45 has problems with this whole
What if
streaming.
Major League Baseball just lifted the blackout, though, if you had MLB TV for in-market games? So if you pay the $150 a year for MLB TV, which I think is worth it if you like baseball, and you get the app and all the radio broadcasts, whatever. But if you're in-market, just let them, I should be able to go to MLB TV and watch those games.
I agree with that. And you talk about it was so Pirates. Yesterday's game was the most Pirate thing ever because the Cardinals starting pitcher threw 4 pitches. That's the Cardinals starter. He's out in 4 pitches. They had a guy who was on the taxi squad who was just activated, has to go, and he was good. I mean, he was really good. And then also the hottest hitter in baseball, Goldschmidt, is sitting. So you have the Cardinals starter out after 4 pitches and Goldschmidt on the bench, and they still
Get spanked.
they got beat
like a
up.
little, like they're little boys.
Who pitched? Rondon?
Yeah, Rondon.
Jesus. 636 Gems. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear the stories of the St. Louis Cardinals football cheapness. Boswell would charge the players for T-shirts and shorts to practice, and literally took it out of their paychecks.
That's insane.
This makes you hate
Bidwell.
hate everything.
That wasn't your fault.
If I'm a Pirate, like, I hate life. Like, yeah, you're making money, but you're just down. You lose. You're just a loser. It's like sticks in the back of your head. I know. Don't feel sorry for them. We don't feel sorry for anybody. Certain people we do. These people we don't. Okay, but man, in that organization, like, you're just down. All that you lose. Like, it just wears on you. God, it's a
I'll be
joke.
honest though, if you're a young player, you'd rather be on a winner, but you're getting playing time, and you're hoping you
It ain't
can
good for you, man. To
cash
lose.
in with a contract somewhere else with that.
This is
Expecting
why.
to lose.
This is why I can't chirp even if the Mets take the series from the Cardinals. Beanballs. The best baseball this whole season has been the 2 Mets series because they're interesting.
They are.
Because the Mets are good. And to be honest with you, besides the fact that these games were on P-Apple, the only reason I wanted to watch, now again, the Blues game, the timing worked out perfectly. I was really interested in seeing Matthew Liberatore's debut. But my overall point is when the Cardinals are playing the Pittsburgh Pirates specifically, my interest level drops about 50% because the Pirates suck.
They suck.
Like you watch that game, and it doesn't surprise you when they win 18-4 when their pitcher throws 4 pitches.
We're at Rascal, just like with the charity game we played at the Rascal Stadium over there. That's what that was. We're pitching to people. It was the goofiest damn thing in the world. They suck. Good Lord, who do we got on, Sir Nathaniel? Who's calling?
You got John or Bob or Mike.
Oh, it's
God.
Randy?
Let's
It's Randy.
go. Randall.
Randy.
What up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing there? Hey, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. If Bennington wasn't playing well, would you think fans would be really upset if Bennington overthrew a water bottle? I mean, come on. I think they just over criticize Bennington for every little thing. I think that's the way he is, and they just let him be what he is. He's just an emotional player, and he plays at a high level, And one more thing, Charlie, why don't they just why do they keep teams like Pittsburgh, Arizona, these minor league teams, and the so-called major league, what am I trying? Yeah, why don't they just go these teams just dissolve and merge? Remember they had the hockey team, Cleveland Barons. They merged. What did they become with the Colorado Rockies or? Remember they had a Cleveland team, hockey team, and they merged with another team.
Jimmy, you remember that?
Somewhat.
Yes, Charlie.
You remember that?
Of course I know. Of course I know.
So you're saying we should let's take, I got to look at the standings, but let's just historically take the Pirates, the Diamondbacks, and the Orioles, and take those 3 teams, put them together, and make one competitive roster.
Yeah.
How about this? How about this? When baseball has a labor issue like it did, you install not only a ceiling if you want to do that, but a basement.
Yes.
So that teams have. It seems silly that we delayed spring training and we shortened it and everything, and some of the same issues are right there. I would like to see a basement, so teams had to invest on the big league level, and fans of that team would get to see a better product. You would assume.
What do you ask about Benner?
About the water.
Hey.
Why can't they just leave Benner alone and just let him? I mean, they criticize Benner for, like if he wasn't playing bad, they would say, oh, well, he just, they were, you remember they were ready to trade him this season. They want to get rid of him.
Well, he was terrible. He was bad. And now he's good.
I know, but I'm saying, would you rather have Bennington, the way he plays the puck, or Husso that's going to allow 30 shots and maybe 4 goals and the Blues are out of it? Thanks, guys.
All right, man. See you, buddy.
Bennington did face about 50 shots in game 1.
This is a bad situation. Look, Benner through a water bottle is going to get noise. It's going to get traction.
It's just funny.
Ain't that big of a deal.
Nobody's looking at the water bottle
who's
and acting
him
like
crap?
it's some crazy thing. It's just
It's
funny. It's spicy.
I wish you would have hit him in the head.
Environmentalists are, because it's a waste of resources.
Actually, it was a reusable water bottle that he brought from home.
There was a photograph, though, of the water bottle. And it's
Peter
definitely
Ball.
one of the Blues because they, Dan O'Neill always puts, the water bottles up on the podium for the guys to drink, but they always bring their own in. And so whatever the sponsor is up there on the podium, but they're drinking exactly what
was in that thing.
was
Yeah, he
in
threw
that.
a water bottle. I believe it. Cleveland Barons merge with the Seals and merge with the Minnesota Night Stars. 636. Thanks,
By the
homie.
way, here's what's funny about our whole conversation there about the Pirates is that this year the Reds are actually way worse.
Yeah.
I mean, the Reds are
They suck too.
even worse, and they just slashed their entire payroll before the season started and shipped out basically anybody with a pulse.
Yeah, but they got Votto.
They got Votto, and
Canadian boy.
And they
I
got
think-
Pham.
I think that first month Votto had about one hit. I only say that because he was on both of my fantasy teams, and he was really struggling. But he had a great year last year.